Are you ready to be shocked? We're about to enter the unimaginable world of the richest movie stars on the planet. These aren't just familiar faces on screen. They're mega money-making machines with fortunes that would make even the world's richest people jealous. From gold-plated mansions, rare supercars, to dreamy private jets. Their lives are something most of us can only imagine. But today, we're going to take a peek at their bank accounts and see exactly how rich they are. From millionaires to billionaires, who's at the top of the list? Who are the real kings and queens of Hollywood and beyond? Hold on tight because the list of the 30 richest actors in the world in 2025 is about to be revealed. And you won't believe the numbers. You won't believe who's number one. It's Jerry Seinfeld. Good morning, how are you today? It may be Jerry's usual opening line, but the truth is, he's talking to $1 billion in his bank account. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Jerry Seinfeld is now worth an estimated $1 billion, making him the richest comedian on the planet and one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood. His phenomenal success stems from his legendary sitcom, Seinfeld, a virtually immortal TV show that still brings in around $40 million a year in global broadcasting royalties. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Jerry is also a top-billing stand-up comedian with sold-out global tours and exclusive shows for Netflix. In addition, he also made a lot of money from the series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, both funny and luxurious with a fleet of classic cars worth tens of millions of dollars. A legendary supercar collection, more than 150 cars from classic Porsches to rare Ferraris, book deals, podcasts, real estate investments. Jerry Seinfeld didn't just make the world laugh, he also laughed on his way to becoming an entertainment business icon. If you need a living example of the saying, build an empire from scratch, Tyler Perry is the perfect role model. With an estimated fortune of more than $1 billion by 2025, Tyler Perry is more than just an actor, director, or screenwriter. He is a mobile media empire. His rise began with the Medea series and works like House of Pain or The Haves and the Have-Nots. But what really sets him apart is his strategy of owning all the rights to his own content, a smart move that gives him complete control over revenue from cable TV, box office, streaming, and especially partnerships with BET and Netflix. Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, one of the largest private studios in the U.S., spanning over 300 acres, has been leased to Marvel, AMC, and many other major studios. High-end real estate, equity investments in entertainment, and media companies. Perry has recently signed lucrative deals to produce content exclusively for online platforms, cementing his position as a rare billionaire creator in the industry. From a shabby motel room to a front row seat in Hollywood, Tyler Perry's journey is more than just a success story. It's a living legend of grit, strategy, and foresight. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, from struggling student to $800 million legend. Yeah, I struggled. I really struggled in high school. Yeah, that's me, Dwayne Johnson. If anyone has ever come out of adversity to conquer the world, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. From a struggling high school kid, almost kicked off the football team, to a WWE superstar who won over millions of viewers, and then went even further to become a box office king, a global cultural icon. The Rock's journey is an epic of perseverance, intelligence, and bravery. As of 2025, Dwayne Johnson's net worth is estimated at $800 million, and that number is still growing. But the most impressive thing is not just the amount of money, but the way he built a brand empire from his own name. The Rock's huge income sources include salary over 20 million USD for each blockbuster movie, such as Red Notice, Black Adam, Jumanji, Fast and Furious. Exclusive cooperation with Under Armour. Project Rock product line is sold out globally. Terramana Tequila. His wine brand has reached hundreds of millions of USD in revenue and is considered by experts to be one of the fastest growing wine brands in history. Personal social network with more than 350 million followers, helping him earn millions of USD from just advertising a post. Production company 7 Bucks Productions, behind a series of hit projects, both on the big screen and streaming platforms. And remember, all of this was built by a man who once had only $7 in his pocket. Dwayne Johnson is more than just a star. He's a living empire, an inspiration machine, and the very definition of self-made. Shah Rukh Khan, the king without a throne, with a fortune of over 600 million USD, he is called King Khan, SRK, the king of Bollywood. But in fact, Shah Rukh Khan is a global phenomenon. Growing up in humble circumstances in New Delhi, SRK has overcome all barriers to become one of the most beloved and richest artists in the world. By 2025, his net worth is estimated to exceed 600 million US dollars, enough to put him alongside superstars like Tom Cruise, Dwayne Johnson, or George Clooney. What makes the SRK business? More than 80 Hindi films, many of which have become legends. Duel Dulhania Le Jayenge, My Name is Khan, Chennai Express, Pathan, not only dominate the Indian box office but also create global waves. With a salary of over $10 million per film, he is consistently among the highest paid actors in the world. Global appeal, not only in South Asia, but also in the Middle East, Africa, Eastern Europe, and even South America, something that very few Asian stars have achieved. But Shah Rukh Khan is not just an actor. He is a master businessman. Red Chillies Entertainment, SRK's famous film production, and visual effects company, contributing to the creation of blockbuster films, while also serving international projects. Co-owner of the Kolkata Knight Riders, KKR, cricket team, one of the most valuable and beloved teams in the Indian Premier League, IPL. KKR's value is currently estimated at hundreds of millions of dollars. Luxury real estate, SRK owns the legendary Manat Mansion in Mumbai, estimated to be worth tens of millions of dollars, luxury apartments in London, and even a beachfront villa on the Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. Advertising, SRK is a money-printing machine. From luxury brands like Tag Heuer, Hyundai, Dubai Tourism, to mass consumer products, SRK is everywhere. His advertising contracts can be worth up to $1 to $2 million, making him one of the most valuable faces in Asia. Tom Cruise box office legend, The Invincible. A career spanning over 4 decades, from Top Gun, 1986, to Mission Impossible. Dead Reckoning, Tom Cruise has consistently been one of the highest-grossing stars of all time. Huge paychecks. Cruise often negotiates not only for a high salary, but also for a percentage of box office profits. For example, with Top Gun, Maverick, he earned over $100 million in post-production alone, over $10 billion in global revenue from the films he stars in, putting him on the list of titans of the world box office. More than just an actor, Cruise is a powerful producer. Through his company, Cruise Wagner Productions, Tom controls many major projects, taking on production and creative roles, helping him be proactive in art, maximize profits, avoid dependence on major studios. Owning stakes in projects is why Cruise's fortune has skyrocketed. He's not just hired to act, he's making money like a real boss. A true action icon, no stuntman. Tom Cruise is known for doing almost all of his own stunts, from swinging real planes, climbing cliffs, jumping off skyscrapers, to base jumping off cliffs. This not only makes his movies authentic and visually stunning, but also contributes to maintaining his special appeal to global audiences. A superstar's wealth and lifestyle. Cruise's wealth doesn't stop at movies. He owns many expensive properties, including a luxurious penthouse in New York, a huge mansion in Beverly Hills, a Gulfstream 4 private jet, because Tom is also a licensed pilot. Dedicated to his craft, he lives and breathes cinema. Smart financial strategy, invests like a true businessman. Undiminished star power. Cruise can still carry an entire blockbuster without the need for a superhero or flashy CGI. Perseverance, discipline, and a spirit of pushing the limits. True action legend. Tom Cruise is not just rich, he is the definition of cinema king. At over 60, he remains one of the most powerful and influential men in the global entertainment industry. Jackie Chan, a living legend with a fortune. Of over 400 million, you can call him a marshal, artist, a comedian, a director, a producer, or a global icon. But no matter what title you use, Jackie Chan is still one of the greatest names in the history of world cinema. From his early days in Hong Kong studios to conquering Hollywood, Jackie Chan has created an unmistakable cinematic style, a blend of martial arts mastery, Chaplin-style silent comedy, and stunts performed by himself, without a stunt double. The irreplaceable action star, with more than 150 films, including blockbusters such as Police Story, Drunken Master, Rush Hour, Shanghai Noon, The Karate Kid, his works have grossed billions of dollars worldwide, making him one of the most successful box office stars of all time. Jackie Chan performs his own stunts, sometimes almost losing his life, which makes audiences respect him and see him as a true performer, not just an actor. More than just an actor, Jackie Chan is a creative empire, JCE Movies Limited, and Jackie Chan's stunt team, the legendary stunt team and production company, which gives him complete creative control and keeps most of the profits from his projects. He has directed, written, and produced many films with his own mark, both artistic and commercial. A shrewd businessman and global brand builder, Jackie Chan is not just a star on screen. Off-screen, he is a strategic businessman. The Jackie's Kitchen restaurant chain in many Asian countries, successful thanks to a strong personal brand. Real estate investments, shares in entertainment companies in the retail, fashion, sports sectors. His name also appears on hundreds of licensed products, from toys, clothes to books and sports equipment. The kind heart behind the iron fist. Not only financially successful, Jackie Chan is also one of the most prominent philanthropists in Asia. UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, established the Jackie Chan Charitable Foundation, supporting poor children, artistic talents, and disaster relief. His humanitarian efforts are unpretentious but profound, expressing gratitude and the desire to contribute back to the community. Jackie Chan's estimated net worth of over $400 million comes not just from his films, but also from his dedication, his tenacity, and his belief that art doesn't need CGI, it just needs heart and guts. Jackie Chan is more than just a star. He is a phenomenon, a global cultural icon, and one of the men who defined an entire generation of action cinema. George Clooney, when Hollywood actors became billionaires. Saddam's army will put down the rebellion, a haunting line from Syriana, the film that won George Clooney an Oscar. But if you think Clooney is simply a good actor, you've underestimated one of the sharpest business minds in modern Hollywood. From the screen to the billion-dollar market. With an estimated fortune of over $500 million, George Clooney has established himself as one of the smartest and most efficient moneymakers in Hollywood. A stellar acting career from Ocean's 11, Michael Clayton, Up in the Air, to Syriana. Clooney is not only a sex symbol, but also a talented actor, always highly appreciated by critics. Winning an Oscar for both acting and producing, he is one of the few two-handed artists who have succeeded on both the artistic and commercial fronts. The Casamigos deal, the investment of a lifetime. In 2013, Clooney, his close friend Randa Gerber, and real estate developer Mike Meldman founded Casamigos Tequila, initially just a drink they drank themselves. But surprisingly, this brand exploded on the market, becoming one of the best-selling tequilas in the U.S. In 2017, Casamigos was sold to the giant Diageo for $1 billion, bringing Clooney $239 million before taxes, a classic turning point that transformed him from a star to a billion-dollar businessman. Constantly expanding his influence, global brand ambassador for Nespresso, a long-term and expensive marketing campaign, reinforcing Clooney's luxurious, elegant, and global image. Smokehouse Pictures, the production company he co-founded, behind many award-winning and highly rated films such as The Ides of March or The Midnight Sky. Impressive real estate portfolio, Villa Oleandra on Lake Como, Italy, a symbol of classic luxury. Beverly Hills Mansion, home to the most powerful figures in Hollywood, a luxury apartment in Manhattan, and many other international properties. So what does George Clooney need to do most now? At the age of over 60, with a huge fortune and a career that has been carved into history, Clooney no longer needs to chase money. The only thing he needs to do now is choose carefully. Choose films with artistic and social value, as he did with Good Night and Good Luck. Invest in projects that are sustainable, humanitarian, and have a long-term impact. Continue to use his fame to promote social and political change, something Clooney has been quietly doing for years through human rights and charitable organizations. George Clooney is more than just a pretty face. He is an icon of intelligence, elegance, and strategy. From the silver screen to the million-dollar boardroom, from tequila to luxury real estate, he has proven that a Hollywood star can become a global investor without losing his artistic identity. Kevin Hart, from comedy to multi-million-dollar entertainment empire. Kevin Hart is more than just a comedian. He is a true force in the modern entertainment industry. With a modest height but a huge influence, Hart rose from small comedy stages to become one of the highest-paid comedians in the world and a brilliant businessman. As of 2025, Kevin Hart's net worth is estimated to be $500 million, reflecting his incredible career journey and strategic business acumen. Kevin Hart rose to fame with stand-up comedy shows such as Laugh at My Pain, Seriously Funny, and Let Me Explain, all of which sold out globally, generating tens of millions of dollars in revenue from ticket sales, television rights, and streaming platforms. He has filled arenas like Madison Square Garden and the O2 Arena, something that only the likes of Rock or Beyoncé have ever done in the entertainment industry. Kevin Hart has quickly moved beyond comedy to the world of film and has enjoyed great success. Blockbusters like Ride Along, Central Intelligence, The Secret Life of Pets, and especially the two Jumanji installments have earned him millions of dollars per role, sometimes with a share of the post-production revenue, a perk of A-list stars. Kevin Hart has not only made money, he has built an empire. With his company, Heartbeat Productions, he retains creative control over the film and television projects he participates in. This not only gives him more control over the content, but also makes him a big profit as a producer. He also has a business vision that goes beyond art, investing in tech startups, launching the Gran Coramino energy drink line, collaborating with sports and fashion brands like Nike, Fabeltix, and developing digital content with platforms like Peacock, Netflix. Kevin Hart also invests heavily in real estate. One of the most prominent assets is a lavish mansion in Calabasas, California, worth tens of millions of dollars. Not only a place to live, but also a symbol of his success and family wealth strategy. Kevin Hart is a testament to the combination of artistic talent, work discipline, and modern business thinking. He doesn't just make audiences laugh, he makes the financial and entertainment world take a bow. With a fortune of $500 million and a growing Heartbeat empire, Kevin Hart is certainly more than just a comedy superstar. He is a symbol of all-round success of the 21st century. Mel Gibson, from action star to billionaire director. The journey of a controversial but powerful Hollywood icon. Despite facing many controversies and scandals in his career, Mel Gibson still maintains his position as one of the most powerful and influential figures in the history of Hollywood cinema. With an estimated net worth of $430 million in 2025, he is a living proof that talent, boldness, and independent spirit can overcome public opinion storms. A famous action star of the 80s and 90s, Mel Gibson began to attract global attention thanks to his iconic roles in the Mad Max and Lethal Weapon series. With the image of a rugged, charming, and fearless hero, he quickly became a global box office guarantee, sought after with sky-high salaries. However, it was his transition from actor to director that was the strategic move that took his fortune and career to new heights. In 1995, Gibson made waves when he took on the triple role of director, producer, and star in Braveheart, an epic about Scottish national hero William Wallace. Braveheart became a global phenomenon, grossing over $210 million and winning two prestigious Oscars, Best Picture and Best Director. This resounding success not only gave Gibson professional recognition, but also a rare level of creative control in the film industry. while also reaping greater profits from global box office receipts. Soon after, Gibson continued to make his mark with The Passion of the Christ, an extremely daring religious work that used ancient languages and did not involve big-name stars. Despite the controversy, the film was a box office sensation, grossing over $610 million worldwide on a production budget of just $30 million, much of which he invested himself. Because he owned and distributed the film, Gibson is said to have made over $150 million in personal profit, one of the most successful personal deals in film history. With Apocalypto, 2006, Gibson continued to show his boldness in choosing themes, languages, and filmmaking styles. Despite being a Mayan epic, Apocalypto still grossed over $120 million, cementing his reputation as a director who dares to push boundaries. In addition to his career in front of and behind the camera, Gibson is also the founder of Icon Entertainment, an international film production and distribution company. With his own infrastructure, he can control the entire production value chain, from content, distribution, to revenue, maximizing profits and ensuring rare creative autonomy in the industry. Despite being temporarily boycotted due to controversial statements, Gibson still maintains his position thanks to his enduring talent and impressive comeback. He directed Hacksaw Ridge, 2016, a film that won 6 Oscar nominations and won 2 gold statues, helping him make a spectacular return to Hollywood politics. Mel Gibson is one of Hollywood's most unique figures, controversial but not to be ignored. From action star, epic director, producer, and studio owner, he has built a financial and artistic empire that few can match. With a net worth of more than $430 million, creative power, and a career spanning decades, Gibson is not only a movie icon, but also a master of the art of controlling a personal career in a volatile and risky industry. Adam Sandler, from the clown on screen to comedy king with a $100 million empire, Adam Sandler, once labeled a shit comedian, has today become one of the most powerful and wealthy comedians in Hollywood, with an estimated net worth of $440 million as of 2025. With his unique comedic style, long-acting career, and strategic business moves, Sandler doesn't just make audiences laugh, he makes the entire entertainment industry respect him. He started out eccentric, but effective. Sandler first rose to fame in the 1990s with quirky films like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Waterboy, and Big Daddy. Despite frequent criticism from critics, audiences flocked to theaters, turning the films into box office phenomena, bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars. His consistency lies not in innovation, but in his ability to connect with the masses, something few comedians have managed to do for long. Netflix and the billion-dollar turn. In 2014, Sandler signed a multi-film deal with Netflix, a move that initially surprised but turned out to be extremely lucrative. Films like Murder Mystery, Hubie Halloween, The Do-Over, You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah may not have been well received by critics, but they consistently ranked among the platform's most watched content. Netflix has since renewed Sandler's deal multiple times, with a total value rumored to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. For Netflix, he's a steady content machine, while for Sandler, it's a long-term, low-risk source of revenue as he gets paid a high upfront fee and retains creative control. In addition to acting, Sandler is the founder and CEO of Happy Madison Productions, the company behind most of his films, and also produces films for many other comedians such as Rob Schneider, David Spade, and Kevin James. This model helps Sandler maximize profits because he is both an actor and a producer, maintain control over the content, nurture close associates, creating a unified and effective comedy network. Happy Madison has produced dozens of films. Despite being coldly received by critics, they have continued to be commercial successes. Adam Sandler is not afraid to poke fun at himself, from the way he dresses, his simple lifestyle, to making fun of himself on talk shows or interviews. It is his naturalness, closeness, and sincerity without embellishment that has helped him maintain a loyal fan base for more than 2 decades. When he needs to, Sandler can also show off his incredible seriousness, as in Uncut Gems, an independent film that earned him a slew of accolades and awards, opening the door to mainstream artistic recognition. Adam Sandler is a prime example of turning seemingly mundane things into a huge financial empire. He doesn't need the glamour of an Oscar, nor does he need to change to please critics. Instead, Sandler knows his audience, stays true to his style, and wisely turns his fame into an asset through strategic production, distribution, and partnerships. With a net worth of over $440 million, a successful film franchise, a long-term deal with Netflix, and a strong production company, Adam Sandler is more than just a comedian. He's a true entertainer, laughing his way to legend. Stay tuned. Part 2 is coming with even more surprising names from Hollywood's richest list. But first, from action heroes like Bruce Willis to acting geniuses like Denzel Washington or Leonardo DiCaprio, we can see that dedication, talent, and the right business moves are the common formula of the Hollywood elite. If it were you, what would you do with that hundreds of millions of dollars? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video if you find it interesting. Subscribe to the channel to watch more financial stories and behind the scenes of Hollywood. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from us. Miss any videos from us. Miss any videos from us. Miss any videos from us.